Good morning. Welcome to your Tuesday 2-minute tip. I'm here with my special guest, Italian parsley. So people tell me all the time that fresh herbs are one of the things that most commonly goes to waste in their refrigerator. They go bad pretty quickly. And honestly, this is a big bunch of parsley, but it almost always comes like this. So when you're doing your meal plan or even writing your grocery list and deciding what to buy in the grocery store, I recommend just trying to find one herb for the week that you can use in a couple of different dishes. So even if you're going to make soup and tacos and I don't know, a paella, and you might need 2 or 3 different types of herbs to go on top of that. See if you can streamline it down to one, or if for some of those dishes you could substitute dried herbs if you don't have a plan to use them. If there's something you're going to do where you really, really, really need multiple fresh herbs, sometimes like Thai dishes or curries or things are a good example of that, plan one of your other meals later in the week to have a blended herb sauce. So if you look up a recipe for chimichurri or pesto, I'll link one below. You can sub in and out any sort of herbs or even fresh greens like arugula into those types of blended greens sauces. And then that will be the best way to use them up in bulk, but also to freeze them. So the easiest way to freeze the herbs if they're going bad or you want to store them for later is just blend them with a little bit of olive oil. Then it's really, really simple. And then later, when you pull those out of the freezer, you can add seasonings to make the sauce taste however you want it to taste. I like to freeze them I have a silicone ice cube tray, little square shape that is just for freezing food, and I don't make ice cubes in it. So in terms of storage with fresh herbs, I honestly think this is the easiest. I get a paper towel or a paper napkin, and it's very, very lightly damp. And you just roll up the stems. You can see I'm even dangling this right over my computer with no fear of dripping because it's barely, barely wet. Then I have the bag that it came in, and then I'm just going to sort of roll up the end. So this creates almost like the little greenhouse effect like you would do if you were planting seeds to germinate or something. Now, if you're really trying to be more zero waste, which is awesome, then you can do this without using the disposables. Honestly, I grocery shop online because of the pandemic and time, and it is what it is, and there's nothing you can do to stop getting so many produce bags. So I figure at least if I reuse this a bunch of times, it's better than nothing. And then when I can avoid it, I try to avoid it. But I also use in my house these reusable paper towels. You can also, instead of the paper napkin, you can just use a little cloth like this, wrap it around like that. And this could even just go like this into the high humidity crisper drawer. Or I don't have an example, but if you had a Pyrex dish, you could then put this in the Pyrex, put the lid on it. Don't snap it down all the way, maybe just on 2 corners. So you still have some air circulation, but you're still getting that sort of greenhouse effect. So you can do this either in a using up reusables or using up disposables in a second way, or doing it in a completely zero waste way. Both are totally possible. I'll link the recipe below, and I'd love to hear your tips on storing and using herbs. Let me know. There goes the email address for more if you want more recipes. Thanks so much.